Alarm in U.S. national security circles as Donald Trump announced the sale of fifth-generation F-35s to Saudi Arabia during Crown Mohammed bin Salman's visit to the White House last month. The deal sparked panic in Israel as the IDF feared loss of air dominance. But back in America, the real worry is not a challenge to Israeli power, but fear the Chinese could get hold of F-35 secrets via Saudis. Security circles in D.C. fear that China might steal Saudi Arabia's F-35 technology. For years, the U.S. blocked F-35 deliveries to the UAE and Turkey over the risk of Chinese systems penetrating the aircraft's data and software. The UAE's pursuit of the F-35 was derailed in late 2021 when Abu Dhabi abruptly canceled the $23 billion deal. The Emiratis judged Washington's strict technology safeguard conditions designed to prevent any transfer or reverse engineering of sensitive F-35 capabilities to China as unacceptable intrusions on national sovereignty and incompatible with their growing defense and technology ties with Beijing. But now the deal is sealed for Saudi. A new threat hangs over the Pentagon. The F-35 Saudi-U.S. deal is worth $142 billion, the largest defense cooperation agreement in history. If delivered, Saudi Arabia would become the first Arab nation to operate the world's most advanced stealth fighter, a move that has alarmed the Israeli Air Force, concerned about losing its strategic edge in the Middle East. However, U.S. officials say Saudi jets would be a downgraded version, far less sophisticated than Israel's heavily customized F-35 fleet. Saudi Arabia would not receive source codes, independent software access, or weapons integration control, keeping the jets tied to U.S. systems.
Peaceful in the region, and we will do our best to reach that date.
And the defense agreement, have you reached agreement on that?
But I will say that when you look at the F-35 and you're asking me, is it the same? I think it's going to be pretty similar, yeah. You know,
how will that
this
affect?
is a great ally, and Israel's a great ally. And I know they'd like you to get planes of reduced caliber. I don't think that makes you too happy. They've been a great ally. Israel's been a great ally. And we're looking at that exactly right now. But as far as I'm concerned, I think they are both at a level where they should get top of the line. Yeah.
Strategists warn that Chinese deep defense ties with Saudi Arabia, including ballistic missiles, drone technology, and ongoing military cooperation, could open the door to espionage. Experts point to Beijing's history of hacking U.S. fighter programs. Chinese operative Su Bin once stole 65 gigabytes of classified aircraft data, including intel on the F-22 and F-35, in cooperation with PLA cyber units. Last year, the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance warned that China is actively recruiting Western fighter pilots to extract combat doctrine and tactics, data critical to F-35 survivability. Experts say the deal could lock Saudi Arabia into the U.S. security ecosystem, blocking Chinese J-20 or Russian Su-57 fighters from gaining influence in the Gulf. They say it would strengthen deterrence against Iran, reinforce U.S. military alliances, and possibly speed Saudi normalization with Israel under the Abraham Accords 2.0. China expert Gordon Chang told Fox News that Beijing has already demonstrated its ability to penetrate U.S. defense programs and should be assumed to be targeting the F-35 again. Many believe that China's most advanced stealth fighters, the in-service Chengdu J-20 and the forthcoming Shenyang FC-31, incorporate stolen design elements from existing American and Russian fighter programs. Aerospace executive Su Bin stole tens of thousands of documents on the F-22 and F-35 with the help of Chinese hackers. Su Bin, who worked in Canada under the name Steven Su, in fact reportedly facilitated Chinese hackers' access to F-35 information multiple times. If China manages to get inside the F-35 program, the consequences could be catastrophic for American security and military technology. Washington hopes the F-35 sale will anchor Riyadh firmly in the U.S. security camp, shutting the door on Chinese growing influence.